Hey, everybody, and welcome to Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the podcast where we watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball and then do a little light comedy on top of it as we discuss the goings-on the episode. We've been doing this for a while. It's great. You love it. We love doing it. And we got another exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z to cover. It's going to be a good one. I'm really excited to talk about this episode with you, Aaron, and for the listeners to enjoy the insanity along with us. But before we do any of that, we're having you over. It's a house party. We got to do a little cleaning up. We got to straighten up, get our heads right, get the podcast straight, and we do that with a little piece of Kame housekeeping. And the first piece is the world famous UN sanctioned, Olympic Committee approved 1 minute roundup. Heavy metal clanking sound, like bang, bang, bang.
Yep. 2 construction workers doing construction. This is the best life.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, girders on Monday, plate steel on Tuesday. Oh, the welding. Oh, the welding.
Oh, the smell of diesel in the afternoon. Lunches in those old-timey metal lunch boxes.
So what? They've got rust on them. Holds a sandwich just fine.
It's the one my grandpa had.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And it's the same sandwich your grandpa had, too.
I've been living off that for decades.
It looks good.
Oh, did you want to?
I mean,
you want a little sliver?
Just a little slice.
I mean, well, do you want me to cut you a piece, or you just want to bite off? We've been friends for 20 years.
I mean, we've been with 20 years at least. I feel comfortable. I could take a bite. Use my very own set of clampers, if I may.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Oh no, this is an indirect kiss, but I can't not let him have a bite of my sandwich. All right. I mean, look, if you're fine with it.
Hold on a second.
Okay, yeah.
I think I'm going to kiss my friend for the first time in 25 years. This is exciting. All right, I'm ready.
All right, I'm holding the sandwich up to you. I hope he enjoys my grandfather's sandwich. I'd be heartbroken if he didn't. All right.
I'm gonna meet you halfway. I should probably just purse my lips to get to the sandwich quicker. He won't think that's weird or nothing. All right, here we go. Oh.
Well, how?
Eggs,
first of all,
egg
great
salad.
And seed. The funniest sandwich.
The funniest sandwich. Most people
sandwich.
Thought it was tuna. No way. No way. It's egg salad. It's an egg salad.
Egg salad was invented because someone ran out of tuna. You can't convince me otherwise. It's like, more hard-boiled eggs.
We're out of chicken of the sea. I better get chicken of the land.
Regular baby chicken for us, please.
And that, listener, is an improv scene that we do at the top of every show to either loosen or tighten our improv muscles for whatever the conversation about this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z will call or draw out of us. And that leads into the 1 minute roundup proper. That's right. Bait and switch. And that's when one of us, this time Aaron, has 60 seconds to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball. That's like 150 plus episodes of Dragon Ball and the over 173 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. And we do that so you, the listener, don't have to do as much homework. You can maybe take a day off and just enjoy this recap to get you ready for whatever, to get you caught up to everything that's happened thus far. And yeah, to take it easy, take a break, let Aaron do all the work. And now that I've gotten that out of the way, Aaron, I've got a question for you.
Question on.
Are you ready to round up?
Yes, I am. And here, wait, I am ready. Hold on.
Are you sure?
Yes. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. You collect them all, you get any wish you want. It stars Goku. He's a little guy. He learns karate, makes friends, stops other jerks from using the Dragon Balls for bad. He fights a demon, saves the world multiple times. He gets married, has a kid, finds out he's an alien, kills his brother in the process, but dies also in the process, trains really hard in the afterlife to come back to fight other aliens from his home planet. He does, but in the process, his boys were killed. His friend boys, not his boy. So he goes to space with his boy and other boys, and they boy it up with a bunch of other bad boys. And the baddest boy in the universe, Frieza, becoming the legendary Super Saiyan. Then they come back, and then Trunks, a boy from the future, says, "Hey, shit's fucked. There's gonna be androids." So everyone trains, and Goku gets sick while androids run amok. But then the baddest android of them all, Cell Boy, he sucks up all the other androids and says, "There's a tournament to see if I win the galaxy." And Goku's
Oh my god!
I said boy too much.
No. I was about to.
Time.
I was about to commend you for the numbers of boys. Somebody call the Guinness Book of World Records. I have not seen one of those books in a long time. Is it now just filled with like number of Fortnite kills and
I feel like they stopped producing the physical book.
They probably did. But I wish it came back just so Concord could get in there for the quickest launch and shelving of a creative work in human history. 2 weeks. But unlike Concord, Aaron, we're gonna keep going. We're not gonna issue any refunds because this is free.
Look, do we have the same amount of people on our servers? Who could say?
I can say that with that out of the way, and a huge thank you to you, we can move on to the next piece of Kame housekeeping, which is where I tell the listener that Aaron and I watch 2 different versions of the show. I watch the English dub version, the Funimation dub. Aaron watches the original Japanese language English subtitle because comparing and contrasting is fun. It's how you get things done. And this week, I think it's going to be one for the books, baby.
Okay.
Because it's a wild one. And I'm going to start with the title of this week's episode. I know you've all been waiting, so here it comes. Episode 174 of Dragon Ball Z. The Puzzle of General Tao.
None of those words except the excluding articles. None of those words are in mine.
I usually call those a Yahtzee, and then my brain was like when they all match, it's a Yahtzee.
Yeah.
It's very rare that it happens. It hasn't happened now for years.
A goose egg, I think, is what they call it.
A goose egg is what I should say. I almost said a different word that rhymes with Yahtzee.
It
could be anything.
Yeah, puzzle. There are puzzles. They belong to General Tao.
Okay.
But my title for episode 174 of Dragon Ball Z, roughly translated from the original Japanese, is A Hard Problem for Goku? Take Back the Dragon Balls.
Okay. There's a decent amount to chew on there. I don't hate it, but I think my title is
it's a little more alluring.
A little sleeker. Makes you lean in.
Yeah,
What is Tao? Is he some kind of jigsaw puzzle?
Is he putting people in traps and calling them tests?
Would he like to play a game? All right, let's get started.
Look, he rode a tricycle. Anyway. Yeah, where are we at?
We're at the lookout. Trunks is powering up. He's getting some training in. Brief though it may be, he is putting in that work. Gohan is studying. He's got free time, and the boy is studying. What a nerd. Krillin's in disbelief, and then Dende is like, I have homework too.
It's adorable.
It's very, very adorable. And the two decide that they'll do homework next to each other. It's so cute. And while that's happening, Krillin goes, it's giving me bad flashbacks of algebra class. And I want to know, Krillin, when'd your ass go to school?
You are not a high school graduate, friend.
No way, no way. You started your journey too young.
What do we ever determine what grade level you think the Turtle Hermit School is? Because they were teens when they entered.
It's got to be like a 6th grade vocational class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. You're right. Roshi ain't teaching algebra.
No way. That's not that's not part of the martial artist life song.
He's not even teaching like practical math.
He's just saying like eat, sleep plenty, be kind, and do your push-ups.
Drink your milk, eat your vitamins, and say your prayers. Roshi Mania's running wild.
And if you don't, I'll report you to Turtle. He's the principal of this year's school. Oh, master, I hate when you use the P word. I
simply want what's...
Exactly. Give me some fin.
Up top. All right. Goku, Krillin, today's assembly. You have to watch this video. We're going to leave the room.
And if we hear any laughing, you'll be in trouble.
That's a detention.
Oh, Ed Seed.
Yeah, that's all we need from that.
We didn't need to go any further there. We've all been there.
They so on mine, so first thing, Gohan does explicitly say that his mom told him that whenever he has any free time, he's got to study. They call it drills. The translation is drills instead of homework.
Gotcha.
And Krillin doesn't say it reminds him of algebra. He's like, wow, with you guys doing homework, it's making me look like a slacker.
Does that mean Krillin's got unfinished assignments?
I've got you reminded me, Roshi. I owe Roshi a book report.
What's Krillin doing a book report on?
I mean, let's get the obvious out of the way. No, it's not a book that Roshi had.
No,
okay.
No. It's not one of those. Not long enough, those books. Too many pictures.
Well, too high of a reading level.
It's the articles, Krillin. Read the articles.
What book is Krillin doing a book report on in his essentially middle school education? No, I'm trying to remember.
I mean, one of them from my childhood would be The Giver. Because
and
he's reading it because he hopes it'll give him a nose.
This is just about memories. in dystopian societies.
Oh boy. I was hoping that he'd, I don't know, smell color.
Looking back in
Chekhov short stories, boring.
I think we read Edgar Allan Poe in middle school.
Okay.
Can't do a book report on a poem.
No, you can't.
I'm truly blanking on some of this.
Well, that's fine.
Middle school. Vince, was middle school hard for me? And I don't remember a lot of it.
Aaron, are you siloing off middle school memories?
We should move on, I think.
Because you're not alone. Middle school was bad.
It's real bad.
Just like me trying to avoid certain people in middle school, Krillin's like, I'm going to go back to Roshi's.
He was like, you nerds. You're making me feel bad.
And then the young man is rotting his brain in front of the TV.
No one to judge me.
Krillin can't escape the slacker allegations. But what we're watching, Aaron, is, I don't know, the pay-per-view event of the century.
They're called premium events now on Peacock.
Oh, my bad.
Premium live events.
Premium live events.
You got to get the 3 words in there still.
You got to get the 3 words
PLEs?
The PLEs. As in, please give us money. Give us some more money, please.
You don't want commercials, right? Go up. Bump up your subscription.
It's just $6 more. Oh, God. But this event would definitely be a PLE event. Because it is the most packed stadium you've ever seen. And it's not for Taylor Swift, Aaron. It's for Hercules Satan.
I made this connection on this episode where we're having a new announcer, not our pompadoured lad who we know and love, but some, slick back hair, thin mustached fellow. Because our announcer would definitely not fall for any of this Satan stuff.
No. Our announcer would like see through it, and there'd be lots of beads of sweat. The original announcer would definitely lean in a bit more to Hercule and be like, "Hey, like, come on, show him what you really can do.
Yeah.
Like that Goku guy. I saw him up close. You got to do what he's doing."
Yeah.
But I do have a name for this narrator or this announcer. Because he's pulling double duty in this episode. He does the announcements for this PLE event, and then he is also a reporter at the very end. And his name is Jimmy Firecracker.
No, it's fucking not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That is a good name, though.
Jimmy Firecracker on your local news? I want him. I want Jimmy man on the street. We're live in Brooklyn. Yeah. That's what Jimmy Firecracker's doing it.
Giving you the news at 6 and 11?
Oh, he's a workaholic.
Hates his kids.
We're cutting to Jimmy, who's working on his daughter's birthday. Jimmy, I'm fired up. Hercule's here.
It's for, again, everyone cheering Satan. Very good.
Yep.
In mind. But it's a series.
I wish they had the bravery to let everybody chant Satan in this one. In mind. They don't. They just cheer. And it's lame and boring.
It could be Satin.
Satin. Oh, you know what? That's a good punch up.
Mr. Satin? Yeah.
Mr. Satin. Ooh. What's that cape made out of, Mr. Satin?
Linen. I like it breezy.
Of course. Of course this goober would say linen.
It's not just a summer fabric. But like this, what we're watching is essentially a bunch of different feats of strength, right?
Yeah.
Because he is pulling 4 buses by a chain is how he enters the stadium, like he's Jack LaLanne. selling juicers.
And then I love this. The Jimmy Firecracker's like, and what's this? Mr. Satan's pulling out of his cape. It's 3 mega-sized yellow phone books. They're from West Town, so you know they're thick.
Like the girls there. West Town up.
Jimmy Firecracker went to the same school of broadcasting as Charles Barkley. Those West Town girls, they definitely eat their fair share, if you know what I mean.
Red beans and rice.
Oh, come on, Jimmy Firecracker. That's not cool. They're just some big women in West Town. Wide West Town, I call it.
Wide West.
Yes.
This is where I got mad, actually, at the phone books, because again, I think we've talked about the power team ripping up phone books in the name of Christ. So it's a bit like there's a trick to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's there is a way to like, hey, I'm actually very strong and I did it, but like there is a trick way. Or like I'm not going to include you. I'm sure you could do it the strongman way. I would need the trick way.
No, I would need the trick way.
Think?
Yeah, man. There was a time where I was working out a lot and I had great forearm strength. They look good now, but they are not as functional as they used to be. Because I used to be able to like palm a basketball forever. Like I could walk many, many blocks just palming a basketball.
Across the quad.
Across the quad, up and down flights of stairs, doing this to people as I'm walking by. And that, look, this is Vince's patented trick to help you dunk. Forearm strength. Nobody thinks about it. If you're working on dunking, start with a tennis ball. I mean, start by just going to touch the rim. Just touch the rim a bunch. Then once you get comfortable doing that, grab a tennis ball, squeeze that tennis ball over the rim. Once you get comfortable doing that, definitely while you're doing it, you're doing, forearm curls, you're doing hammer curls, get those forearms nice and strong, get those hand squeezers if you want, because that's what takes it from here to here. And I'm demonstrating you're going wrist up with the ball and then over. If you're one of those people who want to cuff it between your hand and your forearm, that's a lot harder to do. You got to get big ups. So just work on your hand strength. You don't have to have huge hands. You just have to be able to grip it hard enough to squeeze it over the net.
Interesting.
Squeeze it over the rim.
This is good knowledge.
That's good knowledge.
All right, audience, I expect you. We need those dunk videos in the next couple months.
Show us your dunk videos.
By Chris, this is our Christmas. This is your Christmas gift to us.
Go on and slam.
Say Kame as you do it.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the park and start some shit. Dunking on somebody going, Kame!
Turtle. What's this guy yelling out turtle?
A native Japanese speaker at Rucker Park. But yeah, Hercule, he's able to rip the phone books, struggles a little bit. I like the reveal of him not being the guy. Like they're slowly being like, oh, his face is a little too red for how easy this is supposed to be. And after he rips the phone book in half, Jimmy Firecracker's, Mr. Satan, tell the people what you're going to do to sell with all that power. And Hercules, I'll tell you, I'll show you. And he punches a hole through the bus. Gets a little stuck, which is funny. And in yours, were the cheers from the crowd a little delayed? because it felt like they were making the point that the crowd is like, is that it? Is that all he's going to do? It is? Yay!
I don't remember if that was the case. I did not pick up on that if it did happen.
But in that like little lull of cheers, Jimmy Firecracker has, I'm going to be using this a lot. He says, all right, folks, let's have a cheer for the man of the year.
Ooh.
That's good, right? That's good.
That's good.
You can say that about anybody. LeBron James, Stephen Curry.
I think while this is going on, everyone is at Kame House is very unimpressed. And then in mine, Chi-Chi says something weird. She's like, wow, there sure are some incredible people in the world.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And that was it.
That was it. That's it. Oh, interesting. Because they turn it into a little like button, but it's like one of those sour kind of buttons where like usually a Dragon Ball punchline has everybody on their side and on the floor. But this time it's Roshi. He starts by saying, "That's just sad." Long pause. Chi-Chi then chimes in, "Sure is."
That's it. That's all she says.
No, she says, "Sure is." Someone could have used that bus.
That's better.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's better. Like Chi-Chi knows. Chi-Chi can suss out strength.
Yeah, because she wasn't like, she didn't throw a knot at the end of it.
Yeah.
Or like, and he's not one of them.
Exactly. So yeah, someone could have used that bus. It works. Could have used a room shake or the whole house falling over. That would have been nice.
Let the house give it a little sweat beat.
Because we know the house is alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the house can't wait for the cell games when everyone gets out.
Oh my God, that house needs a minute to itself. Just the house and Turtle. Turtle in the Turtle house.
Yeah. This house is an introvert. It has to recharge.
Literally. Then we get a quick shot of Goku grabbing his 4th Dragon Ball. And then a cut to the lookout.
Yeah.
Vegeta enters frame, looking battle damaged, looking tough. He's got like a little smirk going on as he walks back out.
He's not a Super Saiyan though.
He's not in Super Saiyan form. And Trunks is like, "Well, did you ascend?" And before Vegeta can respond, Piccolo says, "Not bad, Vegeta, but it's not enough."
Because
give me what you got. Give me what you got.
Well, there's nothing to give because it's completely silent.
Oh.
It's just Piccolo, of course, his back fully to Vegeta. No respect. Gives a slight turn of the head and then turns back around. And then it ends on like Vegeta smirking. So my assumption was that I think it was I think Piccolo was just like, fine, you're stronger than me. Okay, fine.
Yeah. I think that makes the most sense for how Vegeta's response is, because you would assume if he gets out and Piccolo's still stronger and makes that remark, there's no smirk on his face.
He's flipping shit.
Absolutely. He'd probably blow up the lookout. But he definitely, the look is like, I know I'm the shit, folks. I'm Vegeta. I'm the main character. You all know it. So that feels kind of good. And like, it's nice. I'm chomping at the bit to see how strong Vegeta thinks he is versus how he actually is. I would love it if Goku just instant transmission was like, "Yep, still looking like a bitch."
Slaps him, teleports out. They're essentially brothers.
Yeah, it works. That dynamic works.
Yeah,
So-
Vegeta didn't mention anything about Dende.
Vegeta does not care that Dende's there.
You think you'd be like, finally, someone shorter than me. Woo!
Popo, that's Earth's guardian you're talking to.
How's he gonna see over the lookout?
Gasp.
Popo, you pulled pearls from your pocket to clutch.
The last thing Kame gave me, a pearl necklace. I cherish them dearly, and it's used to good effect, especially when I'm startled.
What are you, some kind of zoomer?
Well, I skippity toilet.
Dende, Gohan look at each other like, we don't know what that is.
Well, just remember to always pay the phantom tax.
Yeah, Popo's trying to give me orientation for being the Earth's guardian. And he's like, step 1, avoid Ohio.
I hear Pilaf's from Ohio. Isn't it weird?
And
Seed. I don't understand the youth, and that's good.
we shouldn't. There has to be a cutoff.
Yeah. And we keep poking our toe over the line.
Like,
We're gonna get shadow banned by the youth. And speaking of chasing shadows, Goku, again, like this look for Goku is really, really good. The light green pants and the orange and black 59 bomber jacket. I want that jacket real bad.
It's a good jacket.
It's a good bomber jacket. Almost as good as Yusuke Urameshi's green bomber jacket. Man, oh man. More, you know who should have a bomber jacket? Well, All Might has a sick-ass bomber jacket. And I think Bakugo should have a cool bomber jacket, but he doesn't have one yet.
Interesting. Present tense, huh?
I'm not leading. It's just a fashion statement. Just I'm just saying, like Crunchyroll. Let me buy these things. Let me buy the Plus Ultra Cherry Blossom jacket from the movie. That jacket's sick.
I am surprised that we don't get these 1-to-1 recreations in our anime merch, and I understand because it's anime is a young person's game.
Yep.
So money isn't always flush. So it's like, oh, you want anime merch? I don't know. Here's the logo. Here's the logo on a shirt.
I think they're getting around it these days with the strategy of everything's a limited drop. But Shonen Jump's limited drops are, I think, a little too limited. As in, as a man of stature, not enough comes in my size, so I had to get some. Like I got a Sakamoto Days jacket, and it might fit me a little better now. But it really did not fit when I wanted it. Like when I got it, I was like, going through everything. I was like, this is gonna make me really happy, and it didn't fit. So, a small diatribe, a little detour into fashion because it's New York Fashion Week here. So.
Yeah, it's going to bleed through. And I think it's time for the main event.
That's right.
I think the main storyline,
which is Goku chasing down 2 more Dragon Balls. He clocks it. Oh, 2 are moving together. That means somebody got to them before me. And who might that be? Dun, 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 dun. It's Tao Pai Pai, or Mercenary Tao. He's working for, you guessed it, another mobster. But these mobsters wear zoot suits and not smoking jackets.
That's correct.
And
Old
would you believe,
Vodka
Aaron?
himself.
Oh, you got that quick. It took the entire episode for me to learn that the boss's name is Mr. Vodka, and it's perfect because he sounds like Marlon Brando.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's even funnier.
It's Mercenary Tao. Thank you for bringing the Dragon Balls. With these, I can hide out and wait for Cell to destroy Earth, and I could reemerge and become its emperor. That's his plan.
He wants to be. He self-proclaims himself as the emperor of gangsters.
That's a sick title.
And he wants, King of the Pirates, Emperor of Gangsters. Where he's just like, I'm gonna create a gangsta empire.
I love this.
Let's say a gangsta empire state.
Oh man, this guy is so cartoonish. He's got the biggest, he's in a cream pinstripe zoot suit. The kind of suit that makes Steve Harvey go, give me that. And where are my notes now?
Yeah, this comes into play just because everything he does, like you said, his animations, his facial expressions, he is more cartoon character than anyone else.
Even down to his goons. He's got two goons flanking him at all times. One is skinny, one is wide. And then Goku shows up. And he shows up as Tao and Vodka are talking about how to get the rest of the Dragon Balls. In mind, Tao is like, he doesn't know that I got these two on the black market. I wonder if I'll have enough time to get the rest. Goku shows up and Tao says, and like Goku reveals that he's holding a Dragon Ball. And Tao says, seems the chicken has brought his own frying pan. And Boss Vodka does not understand it.
No.
He's like, whoa, a chicken and a frying pan. Okay. Like he doesn't even ask, like, what does it mean? And then Tao suggests, well, let him in, and then we'll take the Dragon Balls by force.
Yeah, Vodka's like Drax from the first Guardians movie, does not understand metaphors. Because in mine, they're just saying pigeon. Taupo's like, it seems the pigeon has arrived. Perhaps we should pluck him. And just like, he's like, yeah, sure. Pigeon.
The way that the Mr. Vodka is just like so comically perplexed. He's just like, oh, okay. Sure, yeah. Chicken and a frying pan. Like in mine, it's even more confusing. Like yours, the pigeon analogy, I can get like that he might be like, well, what a pigeon, like what do I do with that? But like frying a chicken is a basic understanding that every human being on earth knows.
My Kumar, she'll fry a cutlet.
I don't eat bird. I only eat pork. Pork and beef.
Pork and veal. I'm a mobster, after all.
Pork, veal, and of course, bonjour.
Tao Pie, you need to find me a capicola sandwich. I don't know what this voice is. Capicola sandwich.
I like it.
Hold on. We're gonna get it.
He's just melting.
It's very warm today.
It's so wild to think that Marlon Brando had that much of an impact that his voice, like, I'm assuming in the casting of this character for the English dub, they were like, he has to do a Marlon Brando. Like, whoever it is. If it's Chris Sabat, they're just like, do a Marlon Brando. Yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts. You got away with being like some kind of weird Italian guy in the last mobster that appeared on the show. The kids want Brando.
They will get it. They've all seen The Godfather.
And get it? Goku will. As he is, the door is open wide. He walks on in. Hey, anybody here? Anybody home? I'm looking for the Dragon Balls. And he walks into a hallway. On the CCTV, we see Goku again, looking fine as hell. And the first trap is a hallway full of arrows. Arrows or spears. Very fast. Scribble animation for those things flying every which way. The mobsters celebrate. Yeah, you got him, boss. Of course. Only to show that Goku has nary a scratch on his body, and he's holding one of the spears going, man, that's sharp. And then we cut to commercial.
Hey, Riley.
Yeah, Andrew?
Do you want to make a podcast ad?
I do, but what would we mention?
So I think that we could probably put together an ad for a show called The Podcast Minds. There, but for the grace of pod, go we. You know, it's a podcast where we both pitch each other podcast ideas instead of doing one ourselves.
Yeah, it's a podcast pilot pitching project. Totally. We should mention that it's a comedy show, right? Where we throw out ideas like getting weirdly deep into the themes of Jumanji.
Is that one a podcast?
No. It's a podcast idea that is actually a front for me to talk to you about hyperfixations I got.
Oh, that's most of the things that you hit me with. What about instead if we just talked about all the different ways you could do a rewatch of Lost?
Oh, that sounds like you just did what I did, but you said it in a positive voice.
Okay, and along the way, what if we pitched ideas like, I don't know, epic rap battles of mystery, the Lin-Manuel Miranda podcast?
Listen to the Podcast Minds. There, but for the grace of pod, go we on your podcatcher of choice on the Moonshot Network. Hi-ho!
Hi-ho! Every Friday.
And we're back with more Hideout Hijinks, Aaron. That's what I put in my notes. And since that first trap didn't work, they decide that it was just like, all right, let the guy come in, and then we threaten him and take the Dragon Balls. Goku enters. Mercenary Tao is right there to greet him.
Go for it. No, there's just I need to make mention that Goku misses the door the first time. He doesn't actually
I don't think I caught that.
What? Yeah. He doesn't like enter the first time because Vodka does the chair turn around. He's like, well, now that you've entered this room. And it's like, hey, you get in here. Come back. You missed the turn. I get it. It's the turnpike. You got to do a jug handle.
We don't do U-turns on the turnpike. No. Exit and enter.
Yeah, you got to pay the toll out and then pay the toll to get back in.
Yeah, nobody gets away from the tolls.
Biggest racket in the world. The New Jersey Department of Transportation. But yeah, and then yes. Threatening.
Yeah. Hand over your Dragon Balls and we'll let you live. And then Goku, being the great guy that he is, goes, oh, it's you, Tao. It's me, Goku. I know we had our differences, but it's good to see you. And it takes Tao a minute. He's got his robot eyes are scanning. Then his memory fades in to show little angry Goku. And then when we flash out of Tao's head, he's got telescoped eyes like a Looney Tune, and I laughed out loud. That bit is good. It's a funny joke. More shows should do it.
More eyes popping out. I'm surprised that his hand didn't turn to a hammer and he started hitting himself with it. Mine is capped with like his eyes sucking back in, and he's going, "Ah, crap."
Yep.
Because he knows.
He's like, oh, Goku. Yes, of course. Tao takes a step back, but then Vodka and his goons step up.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like the proportions on this guy are nuts. Okay. Like you assume he's going to be small. Every bad guy that's not, every bad guy in Dragon Ball is a bit diminutive, from Pilaf to Frieza and now Vodka. But Vodka is impossibly small for a human being.
He is
standing straight up is not taller than Goku's knee.
He must be from West City because he's also very thick. Just a wide man.
He's a wide man. And then they hit the second beat of in mine it's the chicken. And he's looking around Goku's knees. He goes, where's your chicken? Or your pan? Where's the frying pan? Again, I'm laughing through this entire part of the episode.
Oh yeah, dude, I love this so much.
It's
just
so good,
dumb as hell. Yeah, he's also just looking for the pigeon in mine. Goku's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, what do you mean? The pigeon was supposed to pluck. I just like that he's so excited. He has no idea what it means, but he's just like, I am on board. I am along for the ride.
Yeah, this guy paid 400,000 Zenitsu for these shiny crystal balls. Told me about a metaphor.
A mill each, baby.
A mill?
Mm-hmm.
God, you mark that up for Biden inflation. Can't buy Dragon Balls anymore. But oh my God, it's so funny because then one of the goons is like, "That's enough. Give us a Dragon Ball." And Goku said, slams him into the wall flat. Of course, everybody backs up in fear.
Mm-hmm.
Vodka is like, "Get in here, hurry up, you idiot." And they are encased in a tinted dome.
Yes.
So dark, I'm sure he'd get a ticket if it was in a car. And he's, "Now the word, this dome is impenetrable. There's nothing you can do." And the animation on this is great because Goku just walks up to it, does one of these, punk, and it shatters.
Just, yeah. He fingers that dome.
He fingers the dome.
Kaput. And then the last resort for Vodka is like, Tao Pai Pai, come on, you got to fight now.
Mm-hmm.
And in mind, he's like, well, actually, I'm not feeling well, so I won't be able to fight.
He pulls I'm running a fever, a robo fever.
I'm on electronic antibiotics, so, I can't drink and I can't fight.
I'm running a debug program on my brain.
It's only 10% complete. There's a status bar if you don't believe me.
I had to frag my whole memory.
Once I saw Goku.
Clear the cache. And as this is happening, Goku's like, "I'm really sorry. I don't have anything to trade you guys for these Dragon Balls. I know it's not very fair of me to just take them."
Yeah, throughout this whole thing, Goku, as a reminder, Goku has not been malicious. The one goon tried to get Goku, and that's reaction. Mm-hmm. And in mind, Goku's even like, "Whoops, I put too much power into that one."
Yep. Still getting used to that Super Saiyan body.
Mhm. Yeah, he wants to make this fair. They he wants to do a fair trade, Z. And that is, oh baby.
Yep.
Let him have it.
Oh boy. Tao takes off his hand, and we get a bit of a and he pours out 3, what do you call these? Chain puzzles? Link puzzles?
I guess they're link puzzles, like metal wires. If you've been on a vacation, this might be very specific to me. Say you're in a vacation in, I don't know, Orlando, Florida. And there's an area called Old Town Orlando. That's like several streets of silly shops. And I don't know, maybe there's a magic shop in one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And you beg for a magic trick because you think magic is real. And you get home and you try and do the trick and you're like, wait a minute, it's not a spell? Well, this is stupid and I don't like it. Maybe you might find these like little linked bent wires in those type of shops where your dreams were dashed.
Let's say if you don't relate to that, maybe you were in grade school, middle school, high school, and there's a secret snowman, to be agnostic, or a secret Santa if you're Christian.
If you're nasty,
if you're nasty, if you do exist. There might be 1 or 2 of the lazier class members that couldn't really be bothered to get an actual gift for you, so they went to the local, I don't know, Five Below, Target, and just picked out not a Rubik's Cube, that's too lame, not a Bop It because that's too much fun, but a puzzle box, and within that puzzle box it has move this bead through a maze type puzzle. It has a tangram. I'm not afraid. I've got tangrams right here, baby.
Okay.
And inevitably in this triumvirate is what Aaron described. Linked metal shaped chains. 2 or 3. And yeah, so if you didn't get Aaron's reference, I hope that one hits.
While we're talking about puzzles, I am my extended family, they will do a white elephant or dirty Santa, depending on what you call it, gift exchange. That's irrelevant to the story. The younger kids in that family, the older folks, there's one person who will give them cash, but they put it in these like puzzles that are locked. So it's like, if you want this $100 bill, you got to solve this puzzle. And no. What?
I know. It's not.
That just seems
vindictive.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck, I have to give you a present. Well, here's one that I didn't put any thought into. Also, it's extra work for you.
Yeah, like it goes back to one of my theories, and it plays out in a lot of media from the 90s and early 2000s that adults hate children. Like not just like, they're kids, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there was an era of time where like if I'm going to look at Little Rascals.
Okay.
Nobody hates those kids. They just ignore them, right? Those kids get to do whatever they want before the sun goes down. And then in the 90s, it turned into we leave our kids at home and we go to another country, or we're going to terrorize children with a giant slobbering pit bull. Or, hey, you kids who want to get fit at camp, why don't you develop eating disorders? Like toys? No, you don't. You're too young. Get rid of these toys, Andy. Like this is how they treated kids. So that's awful. I will never do that to a child. Give them the toy.
Just give them money. Here's
give
money.
Give them
Enjoy.
money.
Hey, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
I understand that life is hard and the earth isn't going to be here in 50 years. So while we're here, here's $50.
Here's some V-Bucks. Go nuts.
Yeah, that was the real cry. They weren't V-Bucks.
Yeah. Couldn't buy skins with any of that paper
They
money.
had to go through the middleman. Yeah. You literally, I don't know. Do V-Bucks come in cards that you can get at a Walmart checkout aisle?
Oh, man. If I was able to go to department stores, I'd already know because it'd be right by the Pokemon packs.
I'll look next time. I'll ask, where are your V-Buck cards? Hi, I'm 42. Where are your V-Buck cards?
Hi. I'm a 33-year-old childless man. As I buy my cat food, I'd like to know, do you have the latest Wolverine skin pack?
I do. I've seen the videos of the relatable content, right? Of like, oh, I'm going to the Target with my wife. I'm going to go to the Lego section. Weak.
Soft.
Go to the action figure section. Look at the NECA figures.
Yeah. You gotta start be an adult. Start asking around for Bionicles.
See if they have them in the back.
Go hog a video game kiosk.
Yeah, let's revert back. I am surprised at how empty those video game kiosks are now, and it's
nuts.
And like the lines that used to form.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Mm-hmm.
I know this past 5 minutes have been like old man talk, but we've earned it.
We've earned it. Look, I think the last department store I went into, they had a 2DS, and I was like, I walked quietly away from my wife, and I was like, look, a 2DS. This is great. I didn't have to fight a kid for it at all, which is a problem. I want to feel weird when I go there. Like there are kids already like scoping out and holding court, like a group of them.
As someone who used to work at a GameStop, whenever there were kids in the store, they're heading towards those kiosks. And now I walk in, I don't see anything. Except Funko Pops.
Funko Pops and old Android phones.
And pre-orders. That's all we get.
You get Funkos and pre-orders. You don't even get a bonus Funko for your pre-order.
No.
Just like Goku doesn't even get a fair trade when he offers them a fair trade, which is, Tao says, how about this, Goku? You have until tomorrow morning to figure out these 3 puzzles. If you win and do it in that time, we'll give you our 2 Dragon Balls. If you don't, then we get all of yours. Tao then is like, now let's get this man a comfy chair.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take off your jacket filled with Dragon Balls.
I have to stop you there because I surprised myself with this. I almost gasped when Goku took off his jacket because I forgot how fucking ripped this man is.
Yeah. And the fact that he's wearing a muscle tee.
Just rolled up like he's in the bear.
Oh my God. Goku's like, where's my chopped cheese? Where the fuck is my chopped cheese?
Yes, saying.
Yes, saying.
Just I was like, this is the era where everyone's just defined to the nth degree. I know we lose it a little bit once we get into Boo, but like this is really, they're like, we got budget to add like 6 more lines on every arm.
This is, I think these are this is the era of Dragon Ball that created the Gym Bro that you see today. Like, I think it was around this time that people started telling me about creatine, like as this was airing. And it was, the wrestling kids, some of the football kids from other schools, and they'd come by and be like, you got to do creatine. Makes your muscles look huge. And I was so straight edge. I was like, I think that's a performance enhancing drug. No thanks.
Well, isn't it a performance enhancing drug?
Yeah, it's bad for your muscles. Don't do it. It fills your muscles with water and you're way more prone to tear. So if you're, I don't know, doing a strongman competition, don't do it. But if you're doing what do they call like the Arnold ones?
Those are bodybuilding competitions.
The bodybuilding competitions. If you're doing those, go for it. Do whatever you want. They don't care.
No, yeah, I imagine they have a natty, non-natty category.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just,
yeah,
there are some large natural men working out. Just some large natural.
They're just big men who are natural. Just in pairs.
We've got big naturals from West City challenging Hercule in arm wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Normally, I love a pair of some big naturals, but in this case, you're going down.
Oh, shucks. All these big natural women in West City. Oh, come on, Chuck. Knock it off. Shaq. Shaq, don't act so coy. I know what you did. You got a wide body Tesla. And that's a fact.
Wait, is that he had to get a custom Tesla?
Yeah.
I mean,
Shaq
I imagine, of course.
Yeah. Look, we're taking a lot of we're taking a lot of steps out of Dragon Ball, but we have to, since we're on the topic, Shaq doing those Kia commercials was the biggest false advertisement for the size of those cars.
Oh,
there's no way, there's not a chance that Shaq could fit in the front seat of a 4-door Kia sedan. A Kia Sportage cannot support a Shaquille O'Neal.
No. Whatever the car those hamsters were driving, maybe that.
Oh yeah, the Soul?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. They got that wraparound window just for Shaq. So you could see you shacked in a fool outside the car.
What if a window was really hard to replace?
Oh,
what if we put that on a car?
What if you drove that to an AutoZone and they spat on it?
Look, Goku takes a long time to do the puzzle, is what we're saying. And that's the bit. As it's like you said, it's Tao Pai Pais and vodkas. It's their opportunity to escape. They're on the lam the entire night. And I feel like they shoot the scene like Goku is in surgery.
Yes, yes, they do.
It's very slow with these dissolves. And I think my favorite bit at one point, the henchman who's there watching him is like trying to give him hints. And Goku's like, no, I'm going to solve this myself.
I loved it. Our man of character, Goku.
Mm-hmm.
He's in mind. He's like, no, I can't accept your help. That would be cheating. But he's successful. He does it by the morning. And then there's like a cute little scene of him and the goon like looking for everybody else because they have not told this goon their plan was to abscond with the Dragon Ball. So he's like, I don't know, maybe they got breakfast or something. And Goku's like, go, please expand.
Do you want to get breakfast or hang out or something? I know we didn't talk much while you were doing the puzzle, but you seem cool.
Maybe show me your training regimen.
Yeah.
I know a really good bacon, egg, and cheese spot.
Look, I deal HGH. Are you interested?
I got a really good guy.
Yeah, he's a doctor.
Goku's response, I'm not a human. Won't work on me.
Yeah, would it just have the opposite effect on Goku?
Yeah, how does human growth hormone affect a Goku or a Piccolo? I mean, maybe it'll be fertilizer for a Piccolo and he'll just get bigger.
Give me the poop. Go on.
Nitrogen, go on. I need your nitrogen.
Don't water me too much. Go on.
This time of year, I need 6 hours of sunlight, minimum.
You might see me. Even though it seems like I'm standing still meditating, I move slightly with the path of the sun.
Hey, Gohan, put on my classical music.
I need you to talk to me for 20 minutes.
As Little Kim once said, Gohan, talk to me nice.
Also, don't listen to Little Kim. You're too young.
You're too
Look, the music thing is true. My sister did a 6th grade science experiment about it.
Wow.
And we saw
That's
the
great.
results. Those plants got big.
Science rules. And plants, they're really doing us a solid by not the happening us.
Yeah. Please never the happening us.
Please.
Ficus.
What? No. God, that movie's nuts. Just like how nuts it is.
2 scenes.
We've got 2 scenes left, so we're gonna knock this out because Goku in the response to the goon being like, "I'll find him." Instant transmissions. He locks on, appears behind Vodka, freaks him out. He's like, "I did it! Thanks for the Dragon Balls!" And they are just left holding the bag, taking a bath in the river.
Mm-hmm. At that point, what else do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? And on the button on this scene, Tao's like, "So, do I get paid?"
Services rendered.
Services rendered. He delivered not just 2. He delivered 6 of those Dragon Balls. Back at Capsule Corp, we get a quick check-in on Bulma's handiwork on 16. She wipes her brow for a job well done. 16 sits up. He's back, baby.
Mm-hmm. He didn't say anything, which I was disappointed.
Mm-hmm. What would you have wanted him to say?
I need nature stats.
Birds.
Need to touch grass.
Take me to your feeder.
Look, I need natural stimulation.
I need large natural lawns. We get more natural muscles because we get a quick scene of Goku finding the last Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he's coming out of the water. He's showing you those pecs.
Look, he's wearing those old man pure white boxers.
A bold move, Cotton. I missed a bit of the narrators pontificating at the end of this episode. Like, so I can't say it word for word, but the 9 days are up, right?
Okay.
Essentially.
Yes. Big time skip.
Big time skip. And Jimmy Firecracker is there watching Cell and kind of doing that last little bit of I forgot his line too, but I was too stunned to learn that his name was Jimmy Firecracker at this point.
He's like, Jimmy Firecracker on the scene.
Yep. This is Jimmy Firecracker reporting as we await the Cell games. And that's kind of how it ends for me. Is there any standout moments in the last sequence for you?
I think we get a few details because we have the announcer doing the time skip. And he's like, finally, the day's arrived. M the 17th.
He says M?
M. Mm-hmm. The letter M. March. May.
Maybe.
Well, if it's May the 17th. Wait, no, they have May because Gohan's birthday is May 18th. The same as mine.
There we go.
Is this the Eve? Is this Gohan's birthday Eve?
Second birthday.
I like to imagine that what it is.
I like that. Yeah. He gets another party.
Oh God, that's sad. Chi-Chi's just like, we gotta have a birthday for this kid. He might fucking die.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah. Yikes.
And then everyone in mine is saying, like, we have an hour until the Cell game starts. So I guess there was not only a date, but a time. I guess if you're counting 20 from when he announced it to 24 hours, I guess that would be it. But
yeah,
Vince, I'm scared because not of Cell. Fuck him. Because there's a lot of filler that could happen in 1 hour before we get to the Cell games.
It would be very impressive if they gave us a few episodes of filler before the Cell game started. It might test my patience, Aaron, if they gave us more filler.
Goku drives to the Cell games.
No.
Out of gas.
No.
Gohan gets some candy.
These are brilliant depictions of our nightmares, folks. So we shudder at the thought of more filler.
But that's it, yeah. And then I think the main announcer, the meta announcer, it's like, who will win? Will it be Cell, Goku, or someone else? And it just shows a bunch of faces, including Hercule. He's in the running.
Including Hercule. He could win it all, baby.
Mm-hmm. I wish they showed more faces. Turtle.
Dog President.
Mm-hmm. Tao Pai Pai.
Yeah, Tao Pai Pai could enter and win.
Bring us, yeah, just grab a Cell from earlier. Mm-hmm. But that's it. We're so close.
We're so close.
It might be Cell. Yeah, get the torch ready. Hopefully for next week.
Yeah. The Paralympics are still going on, but we got one more torchbearer.
I know. Call Tom Cruise to bring it over.
Dun 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 dun.
Tom Cruise, the type of guy who would literally bring the torch from Paris all the way to LA.
He literally, yeah.
Grabbing onto the side of a boat.
Yep. For spending most of his time in a submarine torpedo pod.
Giving cakes to everyone instead of just fucking eating it.
God.
Eat cake! It's one day.
He doesn't eat cake?
There is, I don't know if this is apocryphal or not, but supposedly on Tom Cruise's birthday, because his body's a temple or whatever. Also, this man's got to be eating cake behind the scenes. Anyway, so on his birthday, supposedly, he loves this bakery and he loves this one like coconut cake from this one bakery. So for his birthday, he will send the cake out to like all of his like friends. Basically, there's a Tom Cruise cake list. And it's like a status thing to be on the Tom Cruise cake list. It's supposed to be very good cake, but I'm also like, you can just eat cake, my friend.
Yeah, you could just eat the cake. Also, Aaron, how good could a coconut cake be?
That's it's Tom Cruise. Certified freak.
8 days a week, that's for sure. And this show only comes out once a week, so we thank you for listening and enjoying the podcast. We want to give a huge shout out to our patrons. Thanks for keeping the light on, and to our sponsor, Tokyo Treat.
They also keep lights on.
They keep lights on. This light is in the shape of a full moon because it's the Tsukimi Festival, or moon viewing. And these snacks, Aaron, are pretty darn good. I had the garlic shrimp Japanese style potato chips the other day, and they're no longer with us. They've disappeared. I absorbed them and gained their garlicky power.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tokyo Treat.
You showed me your tail. The picture of your tail sucking it up.
And I also want to suck it up and give props to Thinking Too Hard About Anime, your other podcast with Noah Carden. It's the end of Evangelion movies that you're watching.
The rebuild film.
The rebuild films.
That new episode should be coming out in a week or so. Just remind me to edit it.
You got it, boss. And reminder that we also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kame House Party. By the time this comes out, we'll be knee deep in a Tyranid swarm. Can't wait to play Warhammer Space Marine 2
with some
with
special
you,
guests, mayhaps.
my good guy. And yes, a special guest on Wednesday, KHP Live at 7 p.m. We are also part of the Moonshot Network of podcasts. We love being part of the Moonshot Network. So check out moonshotpods.com for other shows like ours that are going to tickle your funny bone and your whimsy area. And they also stream at twitch.tv/Moonshot Network. We've been talking about it a bunch. I believe the fundraiser is still up, but check out Balls, the Monster-Catchin musical. Our friend and friend of the show, Brandon Zellman, is producing and directing and the creator of a homage to Pokemon, a live theater production like you've never seen. Monsters, musicals. It's different every time. It's the epitome of what New York theater should be: experimental, fun, and funny. So check it out. Kickstarter, and then just Google Balls. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, just Google balls.
Google Balls.
They don't even have to be natural ones.
All right, we got to get out of here with that one. Because whether you are solving puzzles you didn't ask for, or you're checking the thickness at the West City store, you gotta keep fighting.
Vince is behind me.
I'll take those balls now, please.
I only got big natural ones.